Okay, so now what I'm going to show you how to do is configure NTP without using the broadcast function. So if I go to router 0, and then I'm going to go to interface fast user 0, 0, and as you can see here, I do a no NTP broadcast. And then to verify that's correct, if I do a show run, you can see now that I don't have the broadcast statement under faster than 0, 0 anymore. Now if I go to global config and do NTP, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it at NTP master, and I'm going to go to router 1 and go into the fast Ethernet interface here, and I'm going to do no NTP broadcast client. Also do that on router 2. No NTP broadcast client. If I do a show run just to verify that we don't have that anymore. Okay, now you can see it's off. The fast Ethernet 0, 0 interface. Let's verify that again on router 1. So router 1, we don't have any configuration here. If we do show NTP status, okay, what you can see here is that it's showing that we're synchronized still, but we're really not. You can see the time of 10:49, and the time is 10:56. So what's going to happen here, and I think it's after about 10 minutes, is that the clock will go back to being unsynchronized. So I'm going to pause the video here for a second, and we'll wait for that to happen, and then we'll pick right up where when that happens. Okay, now what you can see here is that the clock is unsynchronized. It took about 10 minutes. So that's for router 2. Router 1 is the same. So now they both went back to being unsynchronized with stratum is 16, no reference clock. Again, so what we want to do now is, instead of using the broadcast feature of the multi-access network type, what we're going to do is we're just going to point these routers, router 1 and 2, to the server, which is going to be router 0. So for router 1, we're just going to do NTP server and then 192.168.1.100. And then we'll go to router 2 and we'll do the same thing. Okay. Now if we go back to router 1 and we do a show NTP status, you can see now that I am synchronized again with router 0. Go to router 2, show NTP status, you can see that I'm still unsynchronized. give it a second. Make sure we put in the right command here. NTP server 192.168.1.100. Okay. Let's go to router 0. Show run. All we need here is to be the NTP master, so that's correct. Looks like our port's still shut down. I guess I forgot to admin. I thought I admin that out here. Let's go to router 1 and make sure. Yeah. So internet. Let's do this real fast. Let's do no NTP. Let's just do the NTP server. So let's do the no NTP server. Then we'll go to interface path 0 to 0. We'll do a no shut. So that should bring back up the port. And if we just do a show NTP status, you can see that we're still unsynchronized. What we need to do is go back under global config and do NTP server and point it to 192.168.1.100, which is router 0. Once we do that, go back to router 2, do a show NTP status. You can see right now we're still unsynced. We'll give that a second. Okay, now you can see that we're synchronized. You see our router 0 is the reference, and we have a stratum of 9 again, which is, if you remember, router 0 is stratum of 8, so we're just incrementing the stratum by 1 by every hop that it goes along the downstream path away from the NTP server. Okay, so now that we have that configured,